Hello everyone, and welcome to the breakup training day 1. And so this day is going to be about an intro to the training at large, which is kind of based on, what is a breakup really about? It's usually not about the breakup itself, but I found it boils down to 4 things. And those 4 things are unprocessed emotion, unprocessed narrative, unhealthy beliefs, and unfulfilled needs. So in this training, we're gonna kind of do an overview of those and then do some questions to figure out which type of which of those baggages is more pertinent to your situation. So I'm gonna do an overview of what those baggages kind of look like. So, and you might have, if you've already seen, my art interview with Marcus, you might have, an idea, but I'll just do another, review for those who haven't watched that video. So, yeah, okay, unprocessed emotions. What is that about? Well, that's basically, we kind of live in, a stiff upper lip culture that, wants us to move on and, be cool and, you have that glow up post breakup, that kind of thing. So it really encourages us to not be a mess, quote unquote, and just move on. But this essentially bypassing of our emotions makes it so it prolongs the breakup getting over process. So it's that saying. It's just you need to get actually I don't even know the saying, but basically essentially it is you need to feel it to move through it. It's that simple. So if we're not allowing ourselves to feel the raw emotions of breakups, then it's going to prolong the breakup. So whether you feel betrayed or sad or grief, it's pretty simple, but just allow yourself to feel that. Okay, so then the next one would be unprocessed narrative, and that one is basically if it was a very convoluted breakup, our brain might be kind of confused as to what is happening. So that might make us stuck in a breakup situation of not being able to get over it. And what was the next one? Unhealthy beliefs. So unhealthy beliefs is something that you've made the breakup mean about yourself. So yeah, it could be as I talked about in my live stream yesterday, it could be I don't believe I'm not gonna find anybody else, or this means I'm not good enough, or those are kind of the most common ones, of unhealthy beliefs. And the last one is unfulfilled needs. So yeah, it's basically there's an unmet need within yourself, and it's kind of this belief that your ex or your romantic partners are the one to fulfill that need. And this kind of shows up if we're kind of dating the same person over and over again. Okay, so right, so I'm going to go through a list of questions for each of those types of baggages, and you can kind of identify which one is the most pertinent. And it's not going to be most of the time it's not going to be just one type of baggage. It can be multiple, which is all the more fun. So yeah, I'm going to go to the questions, and the first one I'm going to talk about, these are the questions for unprocessed narrative. Okay, so first question's pretty straightforward. Do you have obsessive thoughts and ruminate over the relationship? Second question, was there manipulation involved? Gaslighting, any form of abusive behavior, or toxicity? Third question, do you focus on specific incidents in the relationship a lot? Is the story of your relationship convoluted and messy? Were there periods of distinct love followed by straight up unavailability? Did you feel you got closure from the relationship, or did the relationship end abruptly and with little communication? Okay, so if you said yes to any of those, that's a big candidate for having the unprocessed narrative as one of the breakup baggages, okay? Alright, I'm going to move on to the next breakup baggage, which is unprocessed emotion, okay? So, do you feel a lot of anger or sadness? Do you try not to think about the breakup that much? Are you dealing by keeping yourself busy? Do you deal with negative feelings by distracting yourself with other things? Friends, going out, casual sex, etc. Were you cheated on? Felt betrayed in any other way? Was there manipulation involved? Gaslighting, abusive behavior, toxicity? You might notice like there's some overlap because that was the same question for Unprocessed Narrative too. So yeah, there can be multiple overlaps. When you were in the relationship, did you often keep your true feelings to yourself so as to not rock the boat? Okay, so those are all the questions for Unprocessed Emotion. So if you had a lot of those ticked off, then that's some indication that like that might be something to work on. And yeah, like I will go into with the upcoming trainings about, I'll dive deeper into like how to transmute like if you have one of these packages. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the third one, which is beliefs about what the breakup means about you or about life, aka unhealthy beliefs. So are you comparing your life to your ex-partner or ex-friend's life? Do you feel like your ex-partner / ex-friend is better than you? Are you focusing on your ex-partner's new lovers and friends? Are you spending energy post-breakup into improving yourself and doing cool things? Was this ex-partner or ex-friend similar to people you've been in a relationship with in the past? Were the dynamics similar to past relationships? Do you feel like it will be hard to meet someone who was as good as your ex-partner or ex-friend? Okay, so those are all the ones for unhealthy beliefs. So, yeah, like you might notice a theme, but like with that, it's just like, it's basically, if you're comparing yourself to your life, that's kind of boils down to a belief that you're not good enough, or if you're focusing on, like meet, or like if you, or it's basically like you don't believe you're gonna meet somebody else. Like that's kind of like the most common like unhealthy beliefs. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the last one, which is unfulfilled needs. Okay, so are you in an on and off pattern with your ex-partner / ex-friend? Were there periods of bliss and love followed by distinct unavailability? Was this ex-partner or ex-friend similar to people you've been in a relationship with in the past? Were the dynamics similar to past relationships? Do you feel uncomfortable being alone and get into new relationships pretty quickly after breakups? Are you trying to get your ex back right now? Are you waiting for them to contact you, even if you've agreed to be no contact? Okay, so that is unfulfilled needs, and yeah, those are the questions for that. So I'm gonna post a list of all these questions because sometimes it's nice to like kind of look over it. So you can kind of think about like which of those questions you felt like the most resonating with. And for tomorrow and on Tuesday, I'm gonna go into it more in depth. So for tomorrow, we're gonna do. Actually, we're gonna do unprocessed emotion, unprocessed narrative. We're gonna kind of go into that and like how to work through that. And for Tuesday, we're gonna do unhealthy beliefs and unfulfilled needs. So it's gonna be kind of exciting. And yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this intro to the breakup packages. And I'll catch you tomorrow if I'll see you then, or like on the replay, whatever. So yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you then. Okay, goodbye.